If you are over 60, this information could significantly improve your health. Some vegetables that are considered safe and beneficial may actually have a negative impact on your body. They can weaken your immune system, accelerate brain aging, and worsen the condition of your leg muscles, increasing the risk of falls. Falls are one of the leading causes of injuries among older adults. Yes, you heard that right. Some vegetables can slowly but surely undermine your mobility, and you may not even suspect it. This is not just a scary story. These conclusions are supported by serious research, including large scientific studies published in the Journal of Palliative Medicine. Scientists observed thousands of older adults and found a troubling link between certain vegetables and a decline in physical condition, vascular health, and even memory. Most people are unaware that they consume these vegetables daily, not realizing that they can cause inflammation, damage small blood vessels in the legs, and gradually impair walking ability. We are not to blame for the fact that these hidden risks are rarely discussed. In this video, you will learn about 3 vegetables that should be consumed regularly to maintain a clear mind, strong immunity, and stable legs. It is also important to know about 3 vegetables to avoid if you want to remain active, independent, and maintain mental clarity in later life. Stay with us until the end, as I will talk about a popular vegetable that many consider healthy, but in reality, it can subtly harm the health of your legs. If your health and future matter to you, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss scientifically backed health tips. I am also very interested in your opinion. Write yes in the comments if you want to learn something new today, or no if you have doubts. In any case, your reaction is important, and don't forget to mention where you are watching this video from. Now, let's discuss the 3 best vegetables to include in your diet after 60. Let's start with one of the most underrated, carrots. These bright orange root vegetables may seem simple, but they are true defenders of your independence, mobility, and everyday joy. Carrots are not just a crunchy snack. They are a natural source of nutrients that help you not only live longer, but also live better. One of the main benefits of carrots is their support for vision. They are rich in beta-carotene, which is converted into vitamin A in the body, critically important for eye health. When your vision remains sharp, you feel more confident. You can see your grandchild smile, drive calmly, walk in unfamiliar places without fear, and avoid dangerous falls. Research confirms that a diet rich in beta-carotene can slow the progression of age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in people over 60. The discussion is about how to maintain control over your own life by acting on your own terms. However, carrots not only improve vision, their antioxidants fight inflammation, protect blood vessels, and even support cognitive functions. Ancient Romans considered them a medicinal remedy, and modern scientists continue to find new evidence of their benefits. Therefore, if you want to stay energetic and active, do not forget about this simple yet powerful vegetable. Carrots are a true defense for your nerves and blood vessels, especially in the legs and feet, helping the brain transmit signals to the body more quickly and accurately, thereby improving coordination. This means you will be able to maintain your balance more confidently, take assured steps, and stand on your feet for longer. Strength without coordination often leads to falls, and carrots support both, enhancing physical mobility and the connection between the brain and body. Now let us talk about broccoli. Perhaps it is not the tastiest vegetable on your plate, but it is one of the most beneficial for those over 60. This humble green acts as a natural shield, protecting the systems responsible for your mobility and mental clarity. The secret of broccoli lies in a substance called sulforaphane. It combats inflammation, which slowly but surely damages the heart, bones, memory, and even muscles. Sulforaphane not only suppresses inflammation, but also activates the body's natural detoxification systems and strengthens cells. Additionally, broccoli is rich in vitamin K, calcium, and antioxidants, everything needed for strong bones and healthy blood vessels. This means fewer fractures, flexible arteries, and freedom of movement without pain. How you prepare broccoli is especially important. If you simply boil it in water, most of the beneficial substances will be destroyed. The best method is light steaming for a few minutes. This allows sulforaphane and other valuable compounds to be preserved. Each serving of properly prepared broccoli is an investment in your health, independence, and active longevity. Now, spinach is not just a green, it is a true superfood for those who want to maintain a clear mind, strong heart, and powerful muscles after 60. Even ancient Romans valued spinach for its strengthening properties. Modern research confirms that it is rich in lutein, which protects the brain from age-related changes. Scientists from Harvard have found that people who regularly consume spinach experience slower declines in memory and cognitive functions. But most importantly, spinach supports muscle strength. It contains plenty of magnesium and nitrates, which improve blood circulation in the muscles and help them work more efficiently. This is particularly important for the legs, so you can walk without fatigue and discomfort. How is it best to consume? Lightly sautéed in a pan or added to fresh salads. Cooking should be minimal to retain the maximum benefits. If you enjoyed what you learned, please leave a comment. This will let me know that you are interested, and we will continue to uncover the secrets of healthy longevity. More valuable information is ahead. Spinach, as a natural stimulant, has a positive effect on the brain and body after the age of 60. It contains unique substances that act as a natural catalyst for your blood vessels. These substances make them more elastic, improving blood circulation in the muscles and brain. As we age, blood flow slows down, reflexes diminish, and thoughts become less clear. Spinach helps to reverse these processes. Regular consumption of spinach provides the body with essential elements. Blood reaches the legs more easily, gait becomes more confident, and movement is coordinated. The effect manifests gradually, but the result is worth the wait. It is particularly important that spinach promotes mental clarity. The lutein and folate it contains are directly linked to cognitive functions. Research shows that people who consume a lot of lutein retain better memory and process information more quickly. Vision is another area where spinach has beneficial effects. Lutein, due to the xanthan contained in spinach, strengthens the macula, the central part of the retina responsible for sharp vision. This means you will be able to read, drive, and navigate your surroundings for longer periods. Cooking spinach correctly is essential. A light sauté in olive oil or adding fresh leaves to a smoothie will preserve the maximum benefits. The key is not to overcook it. Otherwise, all the valuable substances will break down. However, not all vegetables are so beneficial after the age of 60. For example, regular white potatoes, which are associated with home comfort, can be deceptively safe. The problem is that in the body, they quickly convert into simple sugars, causing sharp fluctuations in blood glucose levels. These fluctuations trigger inflammatory processes in the blood vessels, which is particularly dangerous in later life, when circulation is already compromised. Potatoes rank high on the glycemic index, meaning they are digested quickly and contribute to the hardening of arteries. This can lead to numbness in the legs, cramps in the extremities, and balance issues, as falls often become the cause of serious injuries after the age of 60. The situation is worsened by how we typically prepare potatoes, with oil, cream, cheese, or large amounts of salt. All these additions only amplify the negative impact on the heart and blood vessels. Unlike other vegetables, white potatoes are low in antioxidants and beneficial substances necessary for an aging body. Interestingly, even ancient Roman physicians, including the famous Galen, warned against excessive consumption of starchy foods. Modern research confirms their observations. People who frequently consume white potatoes have a 10 to 15% increased risk of cardiovascular diseases. Buddhist monks, known for their longevity, traditionally limit starchy vegetables in favor of leafy greens, and it seems they understand what healthy eating is all about. Bright vegetables can become your faithful companions after 6 o'clock in the evening. For example, sweet potatoes and carrots of a rich orange hue are abundant in antioxidants. These substances combat oxidative stress, which is considered a primary cause of premature aging of cells. They support vision, brain function, and strengthen the immune system. Even small improvements in these areas can significantly enhance quality of life. Giving up white potatoes does not mean you have to forgo your favorite dishes. Simply replace them with healthier alternatives. Warm and nourishing food can be both delicious and beneficial at the same time. Choose vibrant vegetables. They help maintain stable energy levels, good circulation, and mental clarity throughout the day. However, not all colorful vegetables are equally beneficial. Take eggplant, for example. This shiny purple vegetable seems like a great option, as it is low in calories and high in fiber. However, after the age of 60, it may harm your health. Eggplant belongs to the nightshade family, which contains solanine, a natural toxin that protects plants from pests. In the body, solanine can cause hidden inflammation, particularly in vulnerable areas such as joints, muscles, and nerve endings. If you feel stiffness in your knees in the morning and your hands take a long time to recover, eggplants may exacerbate these symptoms. For individuals with arthritis, neuralgia, or muscle pain, this vegetable is especially dangerous. The problem is that the consequences do not manifest immediately. Gradually, inflammation worsens circulation in the legs, disrupts coordination, and routine activities, such as climbing stairs or walking to the store, begin to require unexpected effort. You start to move more cautiously, lose confidence, and over time, you may give up many activities, all due to a seemingly harmless vegetable. Green bell peppers are another insidious product. Bright and crunchy, they often appear in salads and are part of a healthy diet. However, few people know that they also belong to the nightshade family and contain lectins, plant proteins that can damage the intestinal walls. With age, digestion becomes more sensitive, and lectins only worsen the situation. They interfere with nutrient absorption and provoke chronic inflammation, which affects joints, blood vessels, and nerve endings. You may not notice any obvious pain, but you might feel a slight tingling in your fingers, stiffness in your calves, or instability when getting up. The particular insidiousness of green peppers is that they are less beneficial than their ripe counterparts, red, yellow, and orange peppers. They contain fewer antioxidants, yet still have the same pro-inflammatory substances. Thus, you risk your health without gaining any real benefits. What should you do? Pay close attention to your body's condition. If after consuming these vegetables you notice an increase in pain or a decline in mobility, eliminate them from your diet and replace them with truly beneficial alternatives. People who have crossed the threshold of 60 years should take care of their health, avoiding questionable vegetables such as spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, and sweet potatoes. At this age, every meal becomes an important contribution to health and a long, active life. If we have already discussed which vegetables to exclude, let us now focus on true superfoods for mature age that act as natural medicine, restoring the body at the cellular level. Take beets, for example. This humble root vegetable is a true champion in supporting the cardiovascular system. Beets contain nitrates, which in the body are converted into nitric oxide. This gas dilates blood vessels, improves blood flow, and lowers blood pressure. Research from the University of Oxford indicates that daily consumption of beet juice increases cerebral blood flow by nearly 40%, which is extremely important for preventing age-related cognitive decline. But beets are not only beneficial for the brain, they are rich in betalains, powerful antioxidants that combat inflammation in the joints. Many elderly individuals report that a month of regular consumption of roasted beets or beet kvass reduces morning stiffness in the knees and fingers. Additionally, beets gently stimulate bowel function, which is relevant for many in mature age. Speaking of celebrated products, we cannot overlook turmeric. This golden spice, which is referred to as natural aspirin in India, contains curcumin, a substance known for its anti-inflammatory properties. Ancient Ayurvedic texts describe turmeric as a remedy for 1,000 ailments, and modern science confirms this. Research from the University of California shows that curcumin can reduce arthritis pain more effectively than some over-the-counter medications. However, turmeric works only in the presence of black pepper. Without piperine, which is found in black pepper, curcumin is poorly absorbed. Try adding this magical combination, a quarter teaspoon of turmeric and a pinch of pepper, to soups, cereals, or warm milk before bed. After just 2 to 3 weeks, many noticed a reduction in joint pain and an improvement in mobility. Fermented products such as kimchi, miso, and natural yogurt without additives deserve special attention. With age, the balance of gut microbiota is disrupted, which directly affects immunity, mood, and even mental clarity. A study in Korea among individuals over 70 years old showed that daily consumption of fermented vegetables improves digestion and reduces levels of chronic inflammation. Start your day with a serving of homemade sauerkraut or a glass of natural kefir. This will not only enhance bowel function, but also help better absorb nutrients from other foods. By the way, in traditional Russian medicine, fermented products have always been considered an elixir of longevity, and this is not without reason. For those who wish to maintain mental clarity, walnuts are indispensable. Their shape is no coincidence, as it resembles the brain. Nature itself provides guidance on how to use the gifts it offers us. Walnuts contain omega-3 fatty acids, which support the health of nerve cells and protect them from damage. According to a study published in the journal Alzheimer's Disease, elderly individuals who consume a handful of walnuts 5 times a week maintain their memory and cognitive speed significantly longer. However, no less important for the brain is dark chocolate, with a cocoa content of at least 70%. The flavonoids it contains improve blood flow to the brain and promote the formation of new neural connections. Swiss researchers found that elderly individuals who consume 2 to 3 squares of high-quality dark chocolate daily have a noticeably reduced risk of age-related memory disorders. It is also worth paying attention to berries such as blueberries and blackberries. These dark berries are rich in anthocyanins, which not only enhance vision, especially important in age-related macular degeneration, but also protect the brain from oxidative stress. Interestingly, studies on elderly individuals have shown that daily consumption of 100 milliliters of blueberry juice for 3 months improves cognitive abilities by approximately 15%, comparable to the effects of certain medications. To maintain bone health after the age of 60, sesame seeds and almonds are essential. 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds contains more calcium than a glass of milk, and it is easily absorbed. Almonds are rich not only in calcium, but also in magnesium, which helps with calcium absorption. Ancient Chinese physicians advised elderly individuals to eat 9 almonds a day to strengthen their bones, and modern research confirms this wisdom. Special attention should be given to fatty sea fish, such as salmon, mackerel, and sardines. Omega-3 fatty acids in this fish act as a natural lubricant for the joints, reducing friction and inflammation, but more importantly, they support the health of the brain's blood vessels. Research conducted at Harvard showed that individuals over the age of 65 who eat fatty fish 3 times a week have a nearly 40% reduced risk of developing senile dementia. Cold-pressed olive oil is a true elixir for those who wish to maintain mental clarity and vascular health after the age of 60. In Mediterranean countries where this oil is a dietary staple, life expectancy is among the highest in the world. The secret lies in the unique combination of monounsaturated fats and polyphenols that protect the heart and brain from age-related changes. Greek studies have shown that elderly individuals who consume 2 to 3 tablespoons of high-quality olive oil daily experience fewer problems with memory and attention. Try adding it to salads or taking a spoonful in the morning. Your blood vessels will thank you. Pumpkin seeds are not just a tasty snack. They are a powerful source of zinc and magnesium. As we age, the levels of certain minerals in our bodies gradually decrease, which can lead to sleep problems and increased anxiety. Just 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds a day can meet the daily requirement for magnesium, known for its relaxing properties. Many elderly individuals notice that after adding pumpkin seeds to their diet, their sleep becomes deeper and more restful, and daytime nervousness decreases. Additionally, the zinc found in these seeds strengthens the immune system, which is especially important during the cold season. Avocado holds a special place in the diets of people over 60 years old. This fruit is rich in healthy fats that nourish the skin from within and prevent age-related dryness and loss of elasticity. However, its main advantage is its high content of lutein, which accumulates in the brain and eyes, protecting them from age-related changes. Research conducted by scientists has shown that elderly individuals who consume half an avocado 3 to 4 times a week maintain their cognitive functions significantly better. Avocado can be added to salads, used to make healthy spreads for sandwiches, or simply eaten with a spoon, slightly mashed. Ginger is a natural remedy for many age-related ailments. Its active compound, gingerol, acts as a powerful anti-inflammatory agent, alleviating pain in the joints and muscles. Even more importantly, ginger improves microcirculation and blood flow, which is particularly relevant for individuals experiencing cold hands and feet as they age. In Ayurvedic tradition, ginger tea is considered the best remedy for improving digestion. As we age, our ability to digest food decreases, and ginger helps compensate for this process. Try starting your day with a cup of warm water, a slice of ginger, and a wedge of lemon. This will energize you better than coffee and prepare your digestive system for work. Prunes are not just a laxative, as is often believed. These dried plums contain a unique set of antioxidants that help maintain bone density. Studies conducted among postmenopausal women have shown that daily consumption of 5 to 6 prunes significantly slows down the loss of bone mass. Additionally, prunes contain boron, a trace element involved in the metabolism of calcium and vitamin D. Soak a few prunes overnight in water, and in the morning, eat them along with the resulting infusion. This will not only benefit your bones, but also gently normalize bowel function. Seaweed is an underrated superfood for elderly individuals. It is rich in iodine, which is essential for the normal functioning of the thyroid gland. As we age, its function often deteriorates. However, the main virtue of seaweed is its alginates, which help eliminate heavy metals and radionuclides accumulated over the years. Japanese studies show that regular consumption of seaweed helps maintain the elasticity of blood vessels and prevents age-related increases in blood pressure. If you do not like its specific taste, try adding dried kelp to soups or salads. It is hardly noticeable, but its benefits are immense. Garlic acts as a natural antibiotic and a heart protector at the same time. Its main active compound is allicin, which can reduce blood viscosity and dissolve small cholesterol deposits. Studies among people over 70 years old have shown that daily consumption of 1 clove of garlic reduces the risk of heart attacks and strokes by almost 30%. However, there is an important point. For allicin to form, garlic must be crushed and allowed to sit for 10 to 15 minutes before eating. This garlic is best added to already prepared dishes, as cooking destroys most of its beneficial properties. Pomegranate juice should become an integral part of the diet for those who care about heart and vascular health. This ruby drink is rich in punicolagens, unique antioxidants that protect arterial walls from damage. One interesting study showed that elderly individuals who drank half a glass of pomegranate juice daily for a year significantly improved blood circulation in the vessels of the heart and brain. It is better to choose fresh juice or make it yourself, as store-bought options often contain excessive amounts of sugar. You can dilute the juice with water or add it to smoothies, making it less concentrated but no less beneficial. Cottage cheese is not just a source of calcium. With age, the need for protein increases, while the ability to absorb it decreases. The protein in cottage cheese, casein, is absorbed slowly and completely, providing the body with building materials for muscles, which tend to decrease over the years. Russian gerontologists recommend that elderly individuals consume 150 grams of cottage cheese daily. For better absorption of calcium, it is advisable to add a bit of fat to it, such as sour cream or avocado. If you mix cottage cheese with olive oil and herbs, you will create a true elixir of youth for bones, joints, and the brain. Matcha is a concentrate of beneficial substances in the form of bright green powder. Unlike regular green tea, you consume the entire leaf, getting 10 times more antioxidants. The main active ingredient is epigallocatechin galate, which protects brain cells from destruction and improves cognitive functions. Japanese studies on elderly individuals have shown that daily consumption of 1 to 2 cups of matcha significantly reduces the risk of developing dementia. Preparing this tea is simple. Whisk half a teaspoon of powder with hot water until a light froth appears. Drink slowly, savoring each sip. Bone broth is a traditional remedy for maintaining joint and gut health. When prepared from bones, collagen is extracted, which turns into gelatin and amino acids, restoring the intestinal lining and nourishing the cartilage. Many elderly people note that after introducing bone broth into their diet, they experience reduced joint pain and improved digestion. Prepare broths from chicken or beef bones, simmering them on low heat for 12 to 24 hours. Add a little apple cider vinegar to help release the minerals more effectively. Drink the broth warm like tea or use it as a base for soups. Chia seeds, although small, are powerful sources of omega-3 fatty acids and soluble fiber. When in contact with liquid, they form a gel-like substance that gently cleanses the intestines and creates a feeling of fullness. This is especially important for older adults, as intestinal motility often weakens with age. According to Mexican studies, regular consumption of chia seeds helps normalize blood sugar levels, which is relevant in the context of age-related insulin sensitivity decline. Soak 1 tablespoon of seeds in a glass of water or kefir overnight, and in the morning, you will have a healthy and nutritious breakfast. Broccoli sprouts contain 30 to 50 times more sulforaphane than mature plants. This compound activates the body's own antioxidant systems and protects cells from damage. American oncologists have found that daily consumption of handfuls of broccoli sprouts significantly reduces systemic inflammation, which is considered one of the main causes of age-related diseases. They can be grown at home on a windowsill, and just 3 to 5 days after sprouting the seeds, they are ready for consumption. Add them to salads or smoothies. They have a mild flavor with a slight peppery taste. Fermented beets combine the benefits of fermented products with the unique properties of beets. During fermentation, beneficial probiotics are formed, and the nutrients in beets become more accessible to the body. Many elderly people report that regular consumption of fermented beets helps normalize blood pressure and improve digestion. Try a traditional Russian recipe. Slice the beets, cover them with brine made from 1 tablespoon of salt per liter of water, and leave them at room temperature for 3 to 5 days. Pumpkin is not only delicious, but also incredibly beneficial for older adults. Its flesh is rich in beta-carotene, which converts to vitamin A, essential for eye and skin health. However, the main virtue of pumpkin is its high potassium content, which helps maintain normal blood pressure and heart rhythm. Prepare pumpkin porridge with cinnamon or roast slices of pumpkin in the oven. This is not only healthy but also very tasty. Pumpkin seeds are a separate superfood for the health of the nervous system. Figs, whether fresh or dried, are a natural remedy for supporting bone health and digestion. They are rich in calcium, magnesium, and fiber, which gently stimulates intestinal activity. Mediterranean studies show that older adults who regularly consume figs experience fewer fractures and digestive issues. Soak dried figs overnight in water, and in the morning, you will have a healthy and nutritious dessert that will also gently cleanse the intestines. Turmeric with honey is an ancient combination that Ayurveda refers to as golden honey. 1 teaspoon of this mixture per day acts as a natural remedy with anti-inflammatory and immune-modulating properties. Combine 1/3 of a teaspoon of turmeric with 1 teaspoon of honey and take it in the morning on an empty stomach, slowly dissolving it. Many elderly people report that after 1 month of this regimen, their joint pain decreases and their energy levels increase. Once the basic principles of healthy eating are understood, it is worth paying attention to rare but extremely beneficial products, especially valuable after the age of 60. Let us begin with goji berries, these small red treasures of Tibetan medicine. They contain a unique polysaccharide called LBP, which strengthens the immune system at the cellular level. Chinese studies show that elderly individuals who consume a handful of goji berries daily experience a significant increase in lymphocytes, the body's defenders against viruses and bacteria. Soak the berries overnight in water or add them to porridge. They will add a light sweetness and a wealth of benefits. Moringa, the African miracle tree, has leaves that contain 7 times more vitamin C than oranges and 4 times more calcium than milk. Moringa leaf powder is a natural multivitamin complex, especially beneficial for age-related declines in nutrient absorption. Add half a teaspoon to smoothies or soups. This will give the dish a light herbal flavor and enrich it with antioxidants. Black garlic, a fermented version of regular garlic, loses its sharp smell but gains unique properties. During fermentation, a substance called S-allylcysteine is formed, which protects brain neurons from age-related changes. Korean researchers have found that regular consumption of black garlic improves cognitive functions in elderly individuals with early signs of dementia. Its sweet taste, with hints of balsamic, makes it an excellent addition to cheeses or red meat. Wood ear mushrooms, popular in Chinese medicine, contain unique polysaccharides that reduce blood viscosity. This is especially important for the elderly, as blood naturally thickens with age. Soak the dried mushrooms in cold water for 6 to 8 hours. Then add them to soups or sauté them with vegetables. They will acquire a tender, crunchy texture. Then there is the Polynesian fruit, with a strong aroma but incredible benefits. Its juice contains proxarenine, which helps cells better absorb nutrients and eliminate toxins. Hawaiian studies have shown that elderly individuals who consume 30 milliliters of this juice daily experience a significant increase in energy levels and a reduction in joint pain. If the strong smell is off-putting, mix it with pomegranate or blueberry juice. Sacha inchi, Peruvian nuts, contain a record amount of omega-3 among plant products. For vegetarians or those who do not like fish, this is an ideal source of essential fatty acids. Just 5 to 6 nuts a day cover the daily requirement for omega-3, which is critically important for brain and vascular health. Among the many exotic and beneficial products, there are those that can cause significant harm to health in adulthood. White flour of the highest grade is a source of empty calories that are instantly converted into sugar in the blood. Constant consumption of products made with such flour can lead to sharp fluctuations in glucose levels, which may eventually threaten the development of insulin resistance. Products made with yeast are particularly dangerous, as they contribute to fermentation processes in the intestines and can exacerbate age-related dysbiosis. Contrary to popular belief, low-fat dairy products cause more harm than their natural counterparts. When fat is removed from products, Manufacturers often add sugar and starch to improve taste. Moreover, fat is necessary for the absorption of calcium and vitamin D, for which elderly people typically consume dairy products. Research shows that those who adhere to low-fat products more frequently experience osteoporosis. Packaged fruit juices are hidden threats in the form of sugar. Even without added sugar, they contain a large amount of fructose, which is converted into fat in the liver. As metabolism slows with age, such juices can lead to fatty liver disease. Whole fruits are preferable, as they contain fiber that slows down the absorption of sugars. Industrial soy sauce often contains monosodium glutamate and excessive salt. For elderly individuals with a tendency towards high blood pressure, this poses a double threat. If you prefer soy sauce, choose the fermented version with a natural composition. It costs more but is safer. Ready-made muesli and instant cereals, despite their healthy image, often contain hidden sugars and trans fats. Quick carbohydrates cause a sharp rise in glucose levels, followed by a similar sharp drop, leading to fatigue and irritability. It is better to prepare porridge from whole grains, as it provides a lasting feeling of fullness and does not harm the vessels. Artificial sweeteners, such as aspartame and sucralose, can negatively affect the gut microbiome and even increase the risk of diabetes. With age, sensitivity to such substances increases. To reduce sugar consumption, it is better to use a small amount of honey or stevia. Canned soups and ready-made sauces are rich in salt, flavor enhancers, and preservatives. As we age, the kidneys become less efficient at excreting sodium, which can lead to edema and increased blood pressure. Therefore, it is advisable to prepare simple soups from homemade broth and season them with natural spices. Margarines and spreads, despite their active marketing as healthy alternatives, contain trans fats that damage the walls of blood vessels. After the age of 60, when blood vessels already lose elasticity, this is especially dangerous. Natural butter in moderate amounts is much preferable. Alcoholic cocktails and sweet liqueurs pose a double burden on the liver and pancreas due to the combination of sugar and alcohol. As we age, the enzymes that break down alcohol are produced less effectively, and the consequences of its consumption become more destructive. If the desire to drink arises, it is better to stick with a good red wine. However, it is advisable to limit oneself to 1 glass and not to do this daily. It is important to remember that as we age, our bodies become more sensitive to both beneficial and harmful substances. What did not cause any problems at the age of 40 may lead to serious consequences after 60. Nevertheless, this is not a reason for strict limitations, but rather an encouragement to be more mindful in choosing products. The diet should not only be beneficial, but also enjoyable. Then it will become a timeless diet, a part of a lifestyle that promotes active and long-lasting existence.